I don't know what my ambition is with this. And like I've kind of put, in some ways, like personally, just sort of put a moratorium on that issue, like internally. And I've just been sort of plowing full speed ahead, like in the name of having fun.
No, see, I only make small and large shirts because if you're small enough to wear, that's awesome. Feels like you're hot enough to wear. Yeah! You said you were a medium. What's the deal?
I don't know, the future of chip music,
It's continues to be extremely fun. I've been doing this for like 6 years, and it's no less fun now than it was, you know. So,
from my perspective right now, I don't see any reason to stop in the future. I think there's still plenty left for me to explore within the medium, plenty left to learn.
For me, this is very much like a release, kind of just a really, it's a project for fun. That being said, I mean, there have certainly been surprises along the way. Like, you know, I'm definitely proud of the stuff that I've done, you know, well, some of it, you know. Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Cut. Yeah, I don't know why I'm getting all nervous.
I've played in some of the scenes, and I don't know, it's too artistic or too art school or too like, I just wrote my PhD on this subject kind of thing. And this has no agenda. It's just like people having a good time and playing some music and making some visuals, and that's what appealed to me about it. There's no pretense or agenda. And I've had, you know, I've been other places and actually had people talk to me about like, where'd you go to art school? I was like,
I guess the side question is, will the larger public ever really grab a hold of it in any, you know, in any way that makes a bigger splash? And I'm not so sure about that. And the cool thing is, I don't think any of us really care.
I mean, the interesting question is if this went mainstream, who would still go? If it went mainstream, I probably wouldn't have anything to do with it.
Do you think it's something that can even go mainstream? Is it even possible?
Yeah, it's possible.
Do you feel like there's just a lot of...
I think it might happen with those guys. They're marketable.
Yeah, it's very special. No, them. You want those. This.
But after a while, I started realizing that the community itself is its own reward, and it's just like there's such goodwill amongst all these musicians, and I really think that maybe it has to do with the fact that none of them really expect to make a lot of money from it. So there's not a lot of backbiting in politics and that kind of crap, you know.
But I mean, I think a scene really only can be valid as long as the people making the music are making honest music.
That's the important part, is that the integrity remains. And I don't think it can help but remain, because there's so much integrity in this music. You know, it's just people just literally doing it for the love of it. So I think that that'll keep it going for a long time.
People who grew up with these games as kids become adults. They'll start to put in what they know into, you know, like the collective culture and everything.
So I have no idea what kids who are, you know, little kids now, who are growing up with their cell phones in their hands and their laptops and all this, you know, their Xbox 360, being a little kid, like, you know, 10 years from now, they're going to be taking apart some really interesting stuff. So I look forward to that.
Guys, that's it for Blitz Festival 2006. Give a big hand for all the bands that played. Big hand up for all the guys that did visuals throughout this festival. Thanks to everyone that sponsored the event, and thanks to everyone who came out here and supported us. And we're going to keep this scene growing, and we'll see you back here next year!
Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Who wants a beer?